Hey, Red Zone Achievers, congratulations! I want to congratulate you on being one of Amanda's Red Zone Achievers. From the time she was a new director, I've had the privilege of knowing her. And watch what you guys have done in 2020. Car after car, leveling up to Cadillac. That's all on the top consultants in this unit, and that's who you are. So again, congratulations. Amanda wanted me to share with you today a little bit on sharing, and I apologize that I couldn't be here live for you. So I hope this is the second best thing, is that I'm able to create this video, and the good news is it's recorded, so you can go back and watch it again if you want. So I want to share with you a little bit on sharing. I love sharing this opportunity, and no doubt you do too, which is how you are here today, is knowing that this opportunity, whether you got here through your sales or you got here by your team building, knowing that this opportunity does truly make a difference for people. Perhaps you yourself have experienced already, whether you're brand new or been in for a while, some really great things from your Mary Kay business: the sisterhood, the lifestyle, the extra income, the prizes and recognition, and feeling accomplished. And so one of the things to remember when sharing this opportunity is that same thing it's done for you is available to other women too. But the only way they get it is if we share with them, the same way someone shared the opportunity so you could say yes. So some women come in for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So a reason means they signed up just to help you reach a goal or to help somebody reach a goal. I am so glad that the woman who was my consultant was earning her free car, because maybe she would have never asked me and interviewed me. But because she was earning a free car, she had a reason to ask everybody. And because I knew I could help her with that, I had a reason to say yes. And then fast forward a few years later, when she was in DIQ to become a director, she was in qualification to become a director, well, she had another reason to ask me to step up. Instead of just ordering and being active, to step up and maybe have a team member or two to help us round out the goal of 30 new people that we needed to become a unit. I'm so grateful that she had a reason to ask me to level up. Because of her reason and me wanting to be part of her reason, I am here today as a sales director. And my whole life has been changed. So if the reason she is signing up is your reason, don't feel bad about that. So many of us signed up because our sister, our mother, our best friend, somebody asked us, somebody needed us to be part of their goal. And because of that, we said yes. Where if she had just talked to me about getting my makeup at a discount or a better life for myself, I wouldn't have even believed this would be true. But I thought, okay, I'll help her out. Then there's a season. Some women come in, and this is not a lifetime choice for this. This is a choice where they're going to do this for a season because it's satisfying a need, whether that's filling a financial need to help pay student loans off till they're done, whether that's extra cash to pay down debt, or maybe it's the girlfriend time that they need at that season of their life. It's okay if they sign up just for a season. Not everyone is going to be a lifer in Mary Kay. And being okay with that and knowing that they get that choice means you can sprinkle your seeds everywhere. And the ones that are just here for a season, they're still going to get so many good things out of it. And then there's the lifers, like me, like maybe like you, like Amanda. The lifers, we are in it. This is our career choice. We might have given up a lucrative career to make this our career choice. And the lifers, we are here to stay. But it's so important, if you are a lifer, to remember that not everybody wants to be a lifer. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. And there's going to be a little of all three for the rest of your career. One of the things Amanda asked me to talk about is the gold medal. I love the medal program. It is probably my most talked about program that I talk about with my consultants, because when you get 3 new team members in a month, you get a bronze medal. It's a charm on your bracelet. When you get 4 new team members in a month, it's called a silver medal, and you get a silver charm for your bracelet. And when you get 5 new team members in a month, this is my favorite level, it's called the gold medal. You not only get the gold medal charm for your bracelet, your name is plastered in the Applause magazine. One of my consultants just got her very first gold medal, and she is in the Applause that is in your hand right now. The Applause that showed up in your mailbox, her name is in there, Pamela Williams. And when I tell you she was so excited, she highlighted it, she posted it everywhere, told her family. I mean, that magazine goes out to over 600,000 homes in the United States. 600,000 places. Her name is sitting in somebody's coffee table, in their mailbox, in their car, in their purse. That's a pretty big deal. Most of us will work very hard in other jobs our whole life and never have our name in a magazine that goes across the whole country. I love that. As a gold medal achiever, you also get a notification from the company saying thank you for being gold medal achiever, for doing what Mary Kay asked us to do, which is pass it on at the highest level. So let's get you a gold medal. We've got double credit right now. And one of the things I've been talking about is double your pleasure, double your fun, double your efforts, and the courts are done. Because you get double credit this month, not just for the sales. Of course, we want to focus on the sales because that's where we find our new customers. That's where we find our new team members, not neglecting the sharing. When you have six new Great Start team members this month, you get credit for 12. When you have 1, you get credit for 2. When you have 2, you get credit for 4. When you have 4, you get credit for 8. But you can max out at 6 and get credit for 12. Well, you have all year to get 24, and you get a gorgeous Diamond B. I don't have mine on my new jacket. It's in my old. I need to transfer it over. But I'll tell you what, that Diamond B is so fabulous. It is so fabulous for a million different reasons. One of those reasons is that every time I earn a Mary Kay Diamond, I think this is an heirloom I get to pass on to my kids. I have 4 kids and a daughter-in-law. Every time I earn a Mary Kay Diamond, I think I can give this to my kids, and if they ever needed to, they could sell this. I mean, I'm not sentimental where they have to hold on to it forever, but if they needed to, they could sell them. These might be down payments on their house one day, on their first homes. I love earning Mary Kay Diamonds because I know that is sitting in my jewelry box waiting for my children for generations if need be. So get you a diamond. And this month, you have 24 for the whole year. This month, you have the opportunity to get half of it done in 1 month. That's 12. That means you'll have November through June to get the other 12. I mean, easy peasy, right? So let's talk about our intention with an interview, because I know that a lot of consultants avoid interviewing because they associate it with pain. Here's what I know. We move away from what causes pain and move towards what brings us pleasure. I'm going to say that again. We move away from what causes us pain and we move towards what causes us pleasure, which is why if we were little kids and we were told we had to eat all our vegetables before we were able to get up from the table, we associate pain with eating our vegetables. But dessert was a treat and there was excitement. Our parents never like, here's your vegetables, but they're like, here's your dessert. And so we associate a lot of pleasure plus that shot of dopamine when that sugar hits your brain, right? So if we treat every interview as if it's a plate of vegetables, we're not going to want to do them. What if I told you there was a secret? What if I told you there was a secret to getting the answer you want every single time from every single interview? You want to hear it? I get the answer I want every single time I do an interview. I get the exact answer that I want every time. I am never disappointed. I am the highest recruiting consultant in our national area, the highest recruiting director. I've had 21 gold medals. I don't know how many bronze and silver medals, probably at least double that. And it's because I love sharing this opportunity. I get the answer I want every single time. Here's why. I want to ask you, and I want you to type in the chat if you're on a Zoom with Amanda. If you're in person, I want you to say out loud so she can hear your answer. When you hold an interview, what's the answer you're looking for? Did you say a yes? Did you say that she signs up? Isn't that so fun when they say yes? It's so fun when they sign up. But you know that's the wrong answer. I don't know what you did before Mary Kay. Before Mary Kay, I was a civil litigation and family law paralegal. I did over 1,200 divorces. I don't know how many civil lawsuits I did, estate and probate planning I did, criminal law, bankruptcy cases. I just know I did about 1,200 divorces. There were a lot of those clients that I wished had not retained my boss. There were a lot of clients on my roster that I was like, oh, why did I get stuck with them? I wish some of them had said no instead of yes to hiring us, right? So I love that in Mary Kay, we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone, that I get to choose who I work with. So I have a very low ratio of people in my organization, my customer base, that I don't want to work with because I get to choose them. And I love that because I get to love the people that I work with. It brings me joy. Well, I look at the interview process as simply that. It's an interview process. That's why I call it an interview. That's what Mary Kay called it. Every interview you've ever gone on, you're not guaranteed to get the job. And so an interview is to find out if you're a good fit for that employer and to find out, quite frankly, if that employer is a good fit for you. So when I do an interview, I don't know if she'd be good at Mary Kay. And I don't know if she'd be good in our team, if she'd fit into the culture that we've created. And quite frankly, I don't know if I'm a good fit for her. I might be too over the top or too subdued or too rigid. The purpose of the interview is to find out if we're a good fit. And so at every interview, I'm looking for two things. I want to tell her what's great about Mary Kay, and I want to find out her hopes and dreams. That's it. I want to tell her what's great about Mary Kay, and I want to find out her hopes and dreams. And whether she says yes to being on my team or no, she never wants to speak to me again, or not right now, or no, but she wants to be a great customer or a hostess, I can always meet my objective, because my objective is not that she says yes, because not everybody should do this as a business. In fact, studies at Mary Kay's director, not official studies, show somewhere between 1 in 3, 1 in 4, 1 in 5 people that you interview will say yes. But that also means that 2 out of 3 will say no. That means the majority of people are going to say no. And that's really good averages. My average is 1 in 0.266. If I do 3 interviews, 1 of them is most likely going to say yes. If I do 6 interviews, 4 of them might say yes. But what that also means is a lot of people are going to say no. And so if I am only looking for yeses, that means more often than not, I'm going to be disappointed. And I'm going to feel rejected. I'm going to feel disappointed. And I'm going to feel pain. Remember, we move away from what causes us pain and towards what brings us pleasure. But if my number one goal, my only goal really, is not to make her say yes or no, because I don't know if she should say yes or no until we get through the interview process. But if my only goal is to share with her what's great about Mary Kay and to find out her hopes and dreams, I can do that every single time. Do you know what I know? I know that most people are not asked what they dream about anymore. I know that most of us, the last time someone asked us what do we want to do with our lives was when we were little kids. Maybe elementary school, junior high, high school, college at the very latest. And yet, that's when we have the least amount of control of making that decision. At 6 years old, we don't really know what we want to do. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter what we want to because we have very little control of making it happen at 6. At even 18 years old, we don't have nearly as much control. You know what's control? A 30-year-old woman, a 40-year-old woman, a 25-year-old woman. You ask her what she wants, and she actually has the power to make those things happen now. Yet we stop asking at a time when it would be most important. And so I consider it a privilege that I get to ask a woman who's in the perfect spot of her life to make that kind of choice, what does she dream about? What does she want to do with her life? And she gets to tell me. So often no one's asking. Not her boss, not her friends, not her husband. No one's asking her anymore. In fact, she often stops asking herself. She just starts existing. So when I get to say, tell me, Amanda, if you could dust off one of those little girl dreams you had, blow it off and make it come true, which dreams would you be excited about achieving? And she says, I don't know. Well, I always wanted to. I used to think what I've been dreaming about. And you see her body language change, and she taps into her imagination. Instead of what the things that she has to do, she starts thinking about things that she could get to do, maybe, what if, one day. I love that part of my job. Then I get to share with her what's great about Mary Kay. I don't share with her everything because that would take an hour. I share with her the few things. I share with her how we make our money. I share with her the culture of our company. And then the third thing is usually flexible based on what she shared with me her dream is. If I see a way that Mary Kay can help her finance that dream, give her the time for that dream, because dreams take two things, time and money. And if I see how Mary Kay can help that, then I'm going to make sure to work that third thing in. And then she makes a decision. And then she says yes, no, not now, or maybe. And all of those answers are good answers. If she says yes, here you go, sign on the dotted line. If she says no, Great. You get to be a hostess for me now, and you're a talent scout. You know what I'm looking for in my team members. You know what's great about Mary Kay. If you refer someone to me that you've pre-qualified, so you know she's not crazy, and you know that she'd be good in my team, if we do an interview just like we did and find out we're a good fit, and I choose her to be on my team, you'll get $50 in free product from me for being a talent scout as my referral gift. That's a win, you guys. I have team members that I would have never met in the world, but somebody that I interviewed that said no and stayed a customer referred that person to me. Because she's not a consultant, so she's not going to sign her up, but referred her to me, and she becomes a team member. And I get to have this person in my life that somebody that's important to her said she'd be good at. If she says not now, I get to spoil her rotten as a customer, spoil her rotten as a hostess, and make a time to revisit in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, revisit and see if anything's changed. And if she says maybe, I get to give her time to think about it, time to talk to her husband, more information to read, review, or watch, and follow up. So whether it's a yes, a maybe, a not now, or a no, they're all good answers. Because my goal at every interview, my objective at every interview is not to get a yes. There are people who should be no's. There are people who should be maybes, because if they make an impulsive decision, they regret it. I make decisions quick. Not everybody makes decisions quickly. And she doesn't trust herself when she does. She may need to be a maybe, because that's what makes her feel safe and secure in the choices she makes. And it's okay if she's a maybe. My job is to give her more information and more time to deliberate and come up with a decision that fits her. If she's a not now, that means I did a great job of telling what's great about Mary Kay. So great she can't even decide if she wants to do it or not. And I get to spoil her rotten and expose her to more of our culture, expose her to more of our products, expose her to more of me as she makes that choice later. And if it's a no, I get to spoil her rotten as a customer, because what would I do if I didn't have a single customer, Mary Kay? We all need customers too. And so every single interview, because I meet my objective, all I experience is pleasure. All I experience is joy. Because a yes, a maybe, a not now, and a no are all good, valid answers to the interview. So, if you can learn to reframe your experience, reframe it so that you only see the positive pieces of whatever response she's going to give you, and you get to spend your whole life asking people what their hopes and dreams are and sharing what's great about what we do, can you imagine how many people you'll add to your team? Can you imagine how many interviews you can't wait to do, because you know you're going to get to see a woman with tears in her eyes share something that matters to her, and she's going to leave there feeling more connected, more valued, and that somebody heard and she matters. That's all we do in an interview, is validate her, let her know she matters. So who are you going to interview next? Who are you going to interview first? Who are you going to interview fifth? Go get your gold, girl. I know you can do it.